The featured player's win streak has been stopped. We currently have a player on a winning streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
The top player is here.
I'm not gonna lose.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Shows the overhead. The low heavy hits. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Player 2 chases them down. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Swagger step. Jumps up. Who's going to start things off? Jumps in. Peppers them with the lightning kick. Perfect parry. Perfect read with the drive parry. Dashes up. There's an overdrive arm. Gets in a Hazanshi. Player 2, their timing was on point there. That perfect parry may lead to something. It's the level 1, breaking with some serious style. Player 1 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Gets out of there with the backdown. Connects with the throw. Knockdown and... they're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Oh, could be the start of something. Nice fireball. Jump! Cross-up attack. Stance change. What a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Sticks the jump in. Lots of aggression from both sides. That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Player 2 chases them down. They block the overhead and holds out with the block. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take heats it up with a combo into super. Knife lead opens up. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Dashes up. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Burnout activates. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. There's a change of sides. Knockdown and block. Jumps up. Gets out of there with the backdown. Serenity Stream. Keeping them away. Back crowns them from above. Reaches out with the lightning kick. Wasn't looking up. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The overhead connects. Back into the knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Max SA gauges. Wall splat into the guard break. Player 2 connects with the throw. Amazing. Player 1 with the rhythm, owning that space. Overhead. Oh, they switch sides. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. Player 2, cross-up attack. quick medium poke. Jump. Draw super art incoming. Excellent read. Poke with the block twist. Go big time to end it. Never ever miss a chance to show off the fancy stuff. Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
We currently have a player on a winning streak. We currently have a player on a winning streak. The featured player's win streak has been stopped. The featured player...
Here comes a new challenger.
Ho, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Pushing on the...
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Tries to bait him with the projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? What are they thinking here? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Well-timed corner switch. Blocks the low heavy. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Strings it all together. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Gets the jump in. Tries to catch him out with the arc stand. Player 1 chases him down. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Serenity Stream? The jump-in is denied. KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Dashes forward. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Tries to catch him out with the arc stand. They return to center stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Player 1 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Vagabond and sends them flying. Jumps? You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Pepper Stem will it's a good spot to use the super. Yo, kicking off their facial features with the Hoyoku-sen. Good job escaping that dick. Crowns them from above. They gotta dig down deep. Will this be enough to kill? Closes it out. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Hits with the overhead. Can't tech the throw. Player 2 chases them down. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. No good on fire. It's a normal hit, but they get in there. All right, what's coming up next? The jump-in is denied. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Takes a trip. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Life lead opens up. Hidden variable? And the throw ends the round. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
opts to create space to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? He jumps in, scrapping it out up close. Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. A quick breather. They're trading attacks. Barely blocks the jumping. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one. This unleashes some big damage. Both fighters planning something? Experiencing burnout. They return to center stage. That risky jump-in paid off. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
He tries not to rush in without a plan. Jumps in. Breaks the block with a throw. That throw will do some good damage. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Full SA meters on Slick Overdrive Tensho there to call them out. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Links it! Player 2 will need to play it Burns out. Crowns him from above. Player, oh, plot twist. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Both absolutely refusing it. Goes out of sight. All the throw connects. Player 1 is in a very good spot. This is gonna hurt. Now they can use drive. Ooh, the drive impact hits for opponent. What now? Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Player 1, there's a burnout. It's time to bust. It chisels them down.
I missed that.
Player 1 clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like the win adds a bit of OD spice. Jumps? Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 2 has not been shy about using their drive gauge. No good up high. Gets a chance with that jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player 2 has been really leaning on that drive gauge. Managing that drive gauge is gonna get tricky. Big trouble here. The stun is gonna leave them defenseless. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Takes a trip. Can't tech the throw. Jumps up. Very solid corner flip. Both fighters are barely alive. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Goes for the jump in. Hidden variable? In there! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The jump-in is denied. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Avoids getting cornered. Full SA experiencing burnout. Player 2 has brushes that off and keeps going. Tries to catch him out with the arch step. Gets the jump in. What'll happen here? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Goes into the stance. Sends a bar on a Picosho. Both fighters planning something? What will they do next? Players, now they can use drive. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Players go out of sight. Closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Decides to meet them in the air. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. Still slugging it out here. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Knockdown. Close them. What's next? Good work staying in throw range there. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Taking stock. Blocks the low heavy. bops him with a target combo. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Slides and goes for the legs. But smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. Jumps in. Miraculous grab. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Looks to drop him to earth. Good judgment there. Tries to catch him out with the arc step. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. But can they try to bring them back? A quick breather. Still slugging it out at this range. A super arc? Anti-air in the clutch. Turns out. Jumps in, drives in back, misses. Here comes the corner. Clutch anti-air. What's next? Player 2 can't use flatline though. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Opens with a fireball. This is it. Who's gonna take it? Sets up with the jump in. Reaches out with the lightning kick. Presses for a reaction with a fireball. Here comes the corner. So fast on the air throw. This is gonna hurt. Player 2 with the rhythm, owning that space. All in with the rush. Dash knocked him out of the air. The low block. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. Jumps! A real test of nerves here. Player 1 needs to use their drive. Sets up with the jump in. Oh, this just what a finish! I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Long-range fireball to break the silence. Checking to see how the opponent reacts to long-range fireball. This is a clear sign that they're testing their opponent's knowledge and game plan. Pressuring them in the corner. Buy some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. What are they thinking here? Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Avoids getting cornered. From up above. They are battling it out tooth and nail here, with no one having a clear advantage yet. Does a good job of pushing back. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Slides and goes for the burnout activates. Well-timed corner switch. Good job blocking the jump in. They've been pushed into KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
Goes for the jump in to start. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Big opportunity now in this. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Not much life difference. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? This can lead to some big damage. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Sets up with the jump in. Flatline though. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. From up above, you can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. The jump in catches them. Gets the jump in. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage.
Jump smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tension.
Player 2 can't use any more drive without burning out. Both can end the round now, and the drive gauge disparity makes...
burnout activate.
Get some. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Checks with a medium kick. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. A quick breather. Scrapping it out up close. Jumps up. Jumps in. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. This is a complete shot. The daring air throw does it. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Sticks the jump in. Stays cool and counters. Is that going to condition them to be more conservative? Saw that low heavy coming. Overdrive. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Has the radar up and running. Sticks the combo. This is a huge chance to make him feel it. Takes a trip. Player 1 chases them down.
You need training.
Throws them to Nick, experiencing burnout.
Just goes for it at this range.
That's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive in there. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps in. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Tries to catch him out with the arc step. Changing up the beat with a hidden variable. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Jumps up, barely blocks the jump in. Jumps. Ooh, does him dirty. What'll happen? Goes out of sight. Throws him. Player 1 needs to use the threat of sets up with the jump in. Low heavy. The next touch may decide this round. Sticks out a kick. Both top, flick overdrive Kendo there to call them out. Only a little bit of drive and luck. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
I won!
Final round. Fight.
Kicks their legs out.
This is gonna hurt. Arc step. Doesn't miss a beat. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super arc. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Player 1 with the lead. Overhead. Wrecks them.
Oh! Putting the cherry on top. Rattling the inside of their head with a Hayoku.
Player 1 has the super gauge in low heavy, but no go. This is a bad situation to be in. Okay, flick overdrive Kendo there to call them out. The low's blocked. Jump. Hazatsu. Oh, the throw connects. What now?
Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter.
Players, where are you going? You can't escape. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting.
Tricky hidden variable.
Looks to drop him to earth. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Mistimed the perfect parry, but is still safe. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Well-timed command throw there. Player one has them legit shook in the corner. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Sticks the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Going in? Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Anti-air drops him. There's the change of sides. Denies the jump in. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Gets the jump in. Tries to catch him out with the arc stamp. They're going for the super art? That's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. In there. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.